Hi, this is Brandy at the Graphing Geek. I'm sorry it's been so long since my last video. I think it's been about a month. So I am going to sit down today and show you everything I've received since my last video. I'll have another video up before the end of the week showing some other autographs that I've received through purchase as a birthday present. And I want to tell you guys to go by and check the Graphing Geek Facebook page. I'm active there a lot more, and I'm usually posting my daily successes there as they come in. And I use this as more of a recap of everything that's come in before. If you know anyone else who collects TTM and wants to follow Facebook pages and YouTube pages, please direct them here, have them like and subscribe. I would love to have more interaction on the pages so that, it's more than just me talking to myself. And, hopefully this will pick up and we'll have more people join the community. So to start, I'm going to show you my failure. This is the only failure I've received recently, and it is Gene Wilder. And if you can see it, it says, "Dear Brandy, unfortunately I'm returning your item unsigned. As you can imagine, Mr. Wilder is so overwhelmed with requests it's impossible for him to keep up with all of them. In an interest of fairness, he has decided to cut off all fan mail and not reply to anyone. I know how much time and expense went into choosing the right item to submit, so I wanted to make sure requests like yours did not go unanswered, even though it must go unfulfilled." So I had sent this because I had seen that there were people getting successes on fanmail.biz. Oops. And I decided to take a chance, and it bit me. So just so you know, don't waste your stamp sending to Gene Wilder anymore, because he will not be signing TTM anymore. So I will never get Willy Wonka. It's sad, he's my most wanted, but I understand he is getting older, and I'm sure he is flooded with people who want him to sign for them. So I'm disappointed, but I understand. The second one I got is a sort of success. This was the very first playbill I've ever signed. It's from Taye Diggs' run on Broadway with Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I sent the playbill request as soon as he started his run back in September, and I received this from the stage manager. It says, "Thank you for your interest in Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Unfortunately, we can't accommodate any requests for signed materials. Please find an unsigned playbill for your collection." And I would have sent this back and had him sign for me, because he did sign my photo request, but I received it the day before his run ended and the show closed. So I will send that to him eventually to get him sign it somewhere, wherever he ends up going. Next up is a Facebook Just Because friend package. This is from Amanda, and she is on Facebook under A. Lynn Sig. I will put a link to her below. Amanda is awesome. She is so active in the Facebook community. She collects Sons of Anarchy and The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, and she also, like me, loves the show Jericho that's no longer on the air. And she sent me 2 photos from Jericho, because I'm just starting my Jericho collection. So she sent me Darby Stanchfield. She also plays Abby on Scandal. She played April Green on Jericho. And Amanda also sent me the autograph, of Joey King. She was in Jericho. She is, probably best well known now for Ramona and Beezus, and she's doing a lot of other projects. But this is her when she first got started out on Jericho. Thank you, Amanda. I sent her in return. I sent her a Just Because. Doing this all one-handed. I sent her a stack of Jericho trading cards I bought, so she can send off to have more Jericho autographs come in for her collection. Next up was a web page request. If you're familiar with blogging, there is a writer known as Jenny Lawson. She's known as the Bloggess. She is hilarious, and she's into geek culture. She talks about mental health, and she's just awesome. I love her so much. And I bought her first book and could not wait. Her new book just came out. It's called Furiously Happy. I got that as a birthday present. And about a month before my birthday, I saw on her website that she was offering signed book plates. She did a book tour here in Florida, but she did not come to Orlando. She came to Miami, and it's darn near impossible for me to travel. So I requested a book plate, and I got this from Jenny Lawson, the bloggess. She actually sent me two. I put one in my copy of Furiously Happy, and I'm sending this one to my best friend who also loves her. So thank you, Jenny, for that. Next up is my oldest TTM request yet. The very first TTM request I ever sent was to Betty White. And I got this back a couple weeks ago from Betty White. She kept the photo I sent and sent me this one in return. I sent out to her June 5th of this year, and I received this one on September 28th. I am just thrilled it returned. Betty White is my favorite of the Golden Girls, and she's hilarious in everything she does. Her episode of Saturday Night Live is my favorite episode ever. So I'm thrilled to have this back. I would love to find other autographs of the other Golden Girls who passed. So I'm going to be searching on eBay for those. So thank you, Miss White, for that. Next up is Damian Cali from Sons of Anarchy. He played Wayne Unser. He's my first Sons of Anarchy return, so I am very, very excited. And he is one of my favorite actors. If you watched him on Sons of Anarchy, you know how important he was to the story and how, he kind of kept Gemma under control as much as she could be controlled. But he also, Mr. Cali, was also on the show Deadwood. He played Charlie Utter. And I just loved both shows, so I was thrilled to get this one from him. He was my first sent out and first request. I'm really, really happy to have gotten him back. Next, I have Eric Braeden through an email request to his publicist. If you look on fanmail.biz, there is an address for his PR person, and I requested it through there. I sent the email request on September 4th and received this on October 13th. If you are a soap fan, you probably recognize this guy as Victor Newman from The Young and the Restless. He also was in the movie Titanic. He played John Jacob Astor, I believe. And I was really happy to get him. Growing up, my grandmother watched soap operas, and I spent the summers with her, so I got hooked on her shows. And Young and the Restless was one of them. So I'm happy to have this because it reminds me of my grandma. So thank you, Mr. Braeden, for that. And we're getting toward the end. I'm really excited about adding some more to my Disney collection. This one just came in. It's from Lisa Davis. She was the voice of Anita in 101 Dalmatians. Originally, she was brought here from England as a child to audition for Alice in Wonderland. Mr. Disney was not sold on her, so she went back to England. She came back later on when she was older, and she was given the role of Cruella de Vil. She told them, I'm really more of an Anita than a Cruella, so they let her be Anita instead. This was a very, very fast return. I sent out to Miss Davis on October 9th, and it was returned on October 24th. So that was a 15-day turnaround. And I'm happy to add her to my Disney collection. And my last success is actually a twofer. This is from Catherine Beaumont, who played Alice in Alice in Wonderland, and also Wendy Darling in Peter Pan. I sent her 2 for 2. Usually I've heard she only signs 1 per person, but I'm really excited that I got both of these back because she was, a big part of my childhood because I loved Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan. They're 2 of my favorite Disney movies. So I'm very, very excited to get these back. her turnaround, I sent these in June 30th, and got these back September 18th. So I am just thrilled to get them back. I've gotten a lot of successes lately. I'm really pleased with what I've done in the last couple months. I just started TTM collecting back at the end of May. So my collection's growing pretty fast. If you guys have any suggestions of people that you know who sign well, especially Disney characters, voice actors, I'm a huge Disney fanatic, and that's become the biggest part of my collection. I have quite a few out right now, and I'm waiting to send out some more when I get some more stamps. But if you have any suggestions of Disney characters that you know who sign, please message me down below or put it in the comments, and I would definitely love to send more out. So thank you guys for watching. I'll have another video up before the end of the week with some other successes that I will purchase successes that I've gotten. And please subscribe and like, and also visit me on the Graphing Geek webpage or Facebook page, facebook.com/thegraphinggeek. Thanks for watching. Bye.